Hello students, welcome to online classes. I'm Kavita, working as SA Max at ZPHS Srirangavaram. We are discussing 10th class mathematics, and from that we are discussing the second chapter, that is sets. This is our third session. In this session we are going to discuss about equal sets and empty set and finite and infinite sets. Okay, let us start the session. Equal sets. Consider the following sets. Set A is equal to, it contains three names, that is Sachin, Dravid, Kohli. So there are three elements in set A. Similarly, consider the another set B. So B is containing the three names, that is Dravid, Sachin, Dhoni. So both sets A and B containing the same cricketers names, and in set A there are three elements and set B also there are three elements. And now just see here, elements are same or not. In set A Sachin is there, and if you observe that in set B also Sachin is there. And next one, Dravid. In set A, Dravid is there, and in set B, Dravid is there. So, Dravid also there in set A and B. Now, come to the next name, that is Kohli. Kohli presented in A. So, we can say that Kohli belongs to A. But observe that Kohli is not there in set B. So Kohli belongs to A, but Kohli does not belongs to set B. By this, we can say that A is not subset of B. Similarly, observe the set B. So Dhoni belongs to the set B. Clearly, Dhoni does not belongs to the set A. So from this statement we can say that B is not subset to A. Here A is not subset to B and B is also not subset to A. This is the important concept here. Now see the next one. Consider the set C, which is equal to Kohli, Dravid, Sachin. Here also set C contains three elements. These are also the names of the cricketers, Indian cricketers. Now observe the set A and C and the elements. Here there are three elements in set A. Set C also contains three elements. Now see the names, that means elements. In set A, Sachin is there, and observe that in set C also Sachin is there. And Dravid. In set A, Dravid is there. In set C also Dravid name is there. And third element, third member, that is Kohli. Kohli is in set A and also in set C. That means in A and C, both sets, number of elements are same and also the elements also equal. Sachin, Sachin, Dravid, Dravid, Kohli, Kohli. In this case, we can say that clearly A is subset of C, and also if you consider C, C is a subset of A. When one set is subset to another set and another set is subset to the same set, that means A subset of C and C subset of C. A, that means one is subset to the other, vice versa. Then from this condition we can say that A set is equal to the set C. That means A is equal to set C. So see here, A subset of C and C subset of A, if and only if A is equal to C. That means when two sets are equal, we can say that one is subset to other, or otherwise if one is subset to other, then one vice versa, then we can say that the two sets are equal. Okay, now some more examples for equal sets. Just see here, A is equal to P comma Q comma R and B is equal to Q comma P comma R. Observe the sets and number of elements. Here if you observe that in set A, P is there In set B also P is there. In set A Q is there, here also Q is there. R is there, R also here. That means clearly we can say that A is subset of B and B is also subset of A here. From this we can say that A is equal to B. So here we have to observe one condition, that is the elements, number of elements must be same and also the elements are also same. P, P, Q, Q, R, R. Elements also same. Then we can say that A is equal to the set B. Now consider the other statement, that is A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. And n is the natural number here. We know that natural numbers means it contains numbers, counting numbers. That means 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 4, comma, so on. So observe that A is equal to 1, 2, 3 means it also contains the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So clearly if you observe, the elements also same in A and N. So from this statement we can say that A subset to the natural number and natural number set is subset to A. So clearly we can say that A is equal to N. That means here A and N are equal sets. Okay, so now see the next statement, next example. That is C is equal to X such that X is a letter in the word assassination and B is equal to X such that X is a letter in the word station. If you observe that both C and B are in set builder form. Now first we have to write the roster form for C and B. First write the roster form for C. So we have to write the letters. So first letter is A and second letter is S. S already repeated. No need to write once again. This A also, this S, and next I. I is not here, so we have to write, and next N. So N, and after that A repeated, T. I is repeated. No need to write O. And N. N is already there. No need to write once again. So we get these elements. That means A, S, I, N, T, O. And now write the elements in set B. Here also S, next T, next A. T is already there. No need to repeat. I, O, N. Observe that. So see the number of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in B also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So clearly 6 elements, number of elements are same. Now see the elements A, S in C and in B also A is there, and S in both sets, I, S, next N, N is there in both sets, T, S, next O. So all the elements in set C and B are same. So clearly we can say that C is subset of B and B is subset or equal to C. That means the set B is equal to C. So both are equal sets. See the exercise problem 2.3. Which of the following sets are equal? Just see here the same concept we discussed previously that you have to apply here. Here A is equal to X, X is a letter in the word follow. That means you have to write the roster form for this set A, and B, X such that X is a letter in the word flow, FLOW, and C is equal to X such that X is a letter in the word wolf, WOLF. So write the roster form and observe that the elements, number of elements and also the elements are same. Then clearly we can say that A is equal to B. First take A and B, and after that A and C, next after that B and C, like that you have to write. So clearly we get that A is equal to B, B is equal to C. Three sets are equal sets here. So just follow the rules and write. Okay, see the second one. Consider the following sets and fill up the blanks with the equal to or not equal to, so as to make the statements true. That means we have to fill with equal or not equal. When we say equal, if number of elements and the elements also same, then we can say that both are equal sets. So observe that here A, C, D, E are in roster form. But B and F are not in roster form. First, we have to write the roster form for that. So, write the roster form for B. The first three natural numbers. We know that natural number starts from 1. So, first three means 1, 2, 3. So, this is the roster form for set B. And see the F. For F, ovals in English alphabet. We know that ovals means A, E, I, O, U. So these are the ovals. Now just see here. I will explain the concepts one or two. You have to do the remaining. If you consider A and B. So A dash B means here observe the set A and set B. Both contains equal elements or not? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. So elements also same. Clearly we can say that A is equal to B. That means here we have to write A is equal to B. Similarly, second bit. A is 1, 2, 3. E is A, E, I, O, U. Here the elements are not same. Number of elements also not same. So clearly we can say that A not equal to E. Like this you have to fill the remaining. Okay. And see the third problem. In each of the following, state whether A is equal to B or not. So we have to decide A is equal to B or not. Here also you have to follow the same rule. So just see the second problem. So first problem you can do. Second bit. If you observe that in second bit 4 is in A and 4 is in B also. 8 is in A, 8 is in B also. And observe the next element 12. 12 is in A. Here clearly we can say that 12 belongs to A, but the same 12 does not belongs to set B. So from this we can say that A is not subset of B. When A is not subset of B, then we can say that A is not equal to B. If they are equal, we can use equal symbol. If they are not equal, we can write the not equal symbol. This is not equal symbol. Okay. Like this, we have to write the statement. And see the third and fourth bits. Here, A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and X is a positive even integer and X less than 10. So, this is set builder form. First, we have to write the roster form for this set. So, here B is equal to, we have to write the positive even integer. We know that even integer means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 like that. But here we have to consider less than 10. Less than 10 means no need to take 10. So 6 after we get 8, 8 after 10. So don't take 10 because it is less than 10. Not equal symbol is not there. If there is equal symbol we can take 10. But here only they given that x less than 10. So no need to take this 10. Okay, less than 10 we have to write. So up to 8. Now observe the set A and B. Can we say that both are equal or not? You have to give the explanation. Okay, and see the fourth bit. A is equal to x such that x is multiple of x. That means in set A we have to write multiple of tens. That means 10, 20, 30, 40 like that. No limit is there. So we can write this as infinite set. And observe that the elements in A and B. Observe the sets A and B. 10 is in A and 10 is in B. 20 is in A, so 20 is in B. 30 is in A, 30 is in B. So all the elements in A are B. So clearly we can say that A is subset of B. And same, check the B and A. Whether B is subset to A or not, we have to check it also. So if you observe 15 is there in B. 15 belongs to B, but the same 15 does not belongs to the set A. 15 does not belongs to set A. So if you observe that Here we can say that B is not subset to A. A is subset to B, but B is not subset to A. Clearly we can say that A is not equal to B. Oh, when they are equal, if A subset to B and B subset to A, then only we can say that the two sets are equal. Here clearly B is not subset to A, so A is not equal to B. Like this we have to give the explanation. And see the fourth problem. State the reasons for the following. They are giving that both sets are not equal. Why they are not equal? We have to give the explanation. So in left side we have the roster form, but in right side we have the set builder form. So first we have to write the roster form for the right side sets. So observe the first bit. So in left side we have 1, 2, 3 and so on 10. And right side we have x belongs to natural number and they must 1 less than x less than 10. That means on left side set we have the numbers 1 less than x less than 10. That means we have no need to take 1. So from 2 we have to write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Less than 10. No need to take 10 also because less than symbol is there. So up to 9 we have to write. Now observe these two sets, left side set and right side set, and give the statements why they are not equal. Okay, why are they not equal? You have to give the explanation. So clearly we can say that one belongs to this set, left side set, but one is not there in right side set. Or otherwise you can take this as A is equal to this B is equal to. So here clearly we can say that one belongs to A, but one does not belong to B. That means A is not subset to B. Okay, so like this we have to give the explanation. When they are not subset, they are not equal. Similarly, write the roster form for the right sides and decide whether they are equal. Why they are not equal? So clearly they are giving not equal. So why they are not equal? We have to give the explanation. Which elements is not in right side, that we have to write. Okay. See the fifth problem. List all the subsets of the following sets. Already we discussed in the second session by taking three elements 1, 2, 3 in set A. So for 2 and 3 you can write. For 4 elements I will discuss here. Observe that D is equal to A, B, C and D. We know that number of elements in set D is equal to 4. Here, number of elements in D is equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, clearly, number of subsets is equal to 2 power 4. That means 16. So, total 16 subsets we will get here. Just see. While writing the subsets, already we discussed without taking any element we have to start, and next by taking one element we have to write the sets, and after that by taking two elements, and after that by taking three elements, and after that here there are 4 elements. By taking all 4 elements we will get the set D. So start from 5 without taking any elements means 5 and end with set D. Then you get the 16 subsets. So just check here how we have to write. First we have to write the set with no element, that is 5. This is first set. And after that by taking one elements. So set A, set B, and next set C, and next set D. 1 by using 1 elements we write like this. After that take two elements. So here I am taking A comma B. After that B comma C, and after that C comma D, and D comma A, and A comma C also. Next, B comma D. These are the different uh, sets we can form by taking two elements. See here, AB, BC, CD, DA, and after that AC and BD. Next, by taking three elements, we can form. Now, by taking three elements, we have to form the subsets. Three elements means here there are four elements, so we can take three elements by eliminating one element. So, for example, if I eliminate D, then I will get a set A, B, C. Here I eliminated D, and after that eliminate C, then I will get A, B, D, and next eliminate B, we get A, C, and D. Now eliminate A, we get by eliminating A, B, C, D. So these different sets by using three elements we can form. These are subsets. And after that, finally take the four elements. So that is A, B, C and D. This is set D. So we have to start from 5 and end with D. Like this we have to write the subset. Now count the subset. How many subsets are there? So just observe that by taking one element with no element, one subset is here. This is one, and 1, 2, 3, 4 here. With single element we get four subsets, and by taking two elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, six subsets are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 4 here, 1. Count the total. 1 plus 4, 1 plus 4 5, 5 plus 6 11, 11 plus 4 15, 15 plus 1 16. So total 16 subsets are there. Like this we have to follow this rule, and we can write the possible subsets which we can write for the set D. Okay, now see the next concept, that is finite set. Finite set means if number of elements in a set is finite, whole number, that means then that set is called finite set. That means if in a set we can count the number of elements, and we can say the how many number of elements are there. That means if there are 100 elements, there are 200 elements, like that we can count and say the whole number, the number of elements in that set, then that is called finite set. Infinite set, that means if number of elements in a set is not a finite whole number, then that set is called infinite set. Sorry, here we have to write infinite. So this is infinite set. Infinite set. Okay, so just see some examples. Some examples for finite and infinite sets. First one, A is equal to the students of your school. We can easily say that the how many students are there in your school. If there are 100 students, we can say that 100. If there are 200 students, we can say that there are 200 students in your school. If there are 500, we can say the fixed whole number for this. So this is a finite set. And C, B is equal to X such that X is an even number. We know that even number means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on, 12, 14, 16, like that. These are endless. Here no condition is there, just they are saying even numbers. So we get so many even numbers, we can't count the number of elements in this set. So this is called infinite set. And see the next, L is equal to P comma Q comma R comma S. Clearly we can say that here the number of elements are 4. So this is finite set. And see the next one. J is equal to X such that X is multiple of 3. That means if you write the set the roster form for this, multiple of 3 means, so 3 comma 6 comma 9 comma 12, 15, like that. Here also no condition is there up to where we have to write. So that condition is not mentioned, so we have to write the multiples of 3 endless. We get so many multiples of 3. So this is also infinite set. We can't count the number of elements in this set. Therefore, this is also infinite set. Some more examples for finite and infinite sets. See here. Let W be the set of the days of the week. Clearly, we can say that there are 7 days in a week. So, clearly, the number of elements in this set is 7. So, this is also finite set. Let S be the set of solutions of the equation x square minus 16 is equal to 0. We know that the solution for this equation is x square minus 16. When move to the right side, it becomes plus 16. So, x is equal to plus or minus root 16. 16 can be written as 4 square. So, the square root will get cancelled. We get plus or minus 4. So, there are two elements in this set, that is plus 4 and minus 4. So, clearly we can say that this is also finite set. And see the next one. Let G be the set of points on a line. Just consider a line and how many points we can locate on this line. Just see, like this is a point, this is a point, like this we can locate so many points in this line. So there are so many points. So in this set we get endless elements. Therefore, this is also infinite set. And see the example problem. State which of the following sets are finite or infinite. This is very important. Here they given the set builder form. So see the first one and write the roster form. If they are if the set contains fixed number of elements, that is finite, otherwise it is infinite. Just see here, x belongs to n and x minus 1 x minus 2 is equal to 0. That means when x minus 1 x minus 2 is equal to 0, that means when a into b is equal to 0, we can equate a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. That means here we get x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we get when 1 moves to the right, we get x is equal to 1. When minus 2 moves to the right side, we get 2. That means this first set contains two elements, those are 1 comma 2. So fixed number of elements are there, therefore first set is finite set. Similarly, take the second one, that is x belongs to n. N means natural number and x square is equal to 4. Already we know that how to solve this. When x square is equal to 4, x becomes plus or minus root 4. Root 4 can be written as plus or minus 2 square. Square root will get cancelled, we get plus or minus 2. That means this set contains, here observe that plus 2 and minus 2 are solutions of this equation, but we have to take only natural number. X belongs to n. So plus 2 is natural number but minus 2 is not a natural number. So we have to write only 2 in this set. Therefore, clearly this is also a finite set. Okay, like this we have to write the remaining. So see, just third problem. 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. So just solve this, you will get the x value. 2x is equal to minus 2 becomes plus 2. Then x becomes 2 by 2. 2 ones are. So we get x is equal to 1. Clearly 1 is a natural number. So this set contains only one element. Therefore this is also a finite set. Okay, and x belongs to n. X is prime number. So observe that prime numbers means we know that 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, like this. So many prime numbers are there. We don't know the last prime number. Here condition is not given where we have to stop. So endless are there. So this is a infinite set. Okay, and x belongs to n and x is odd number. Here also observe that odd numbers means 1, 3, 5, 7, like that we have to go. But where we have to stop, it is not clearly mentioned because x belongs to n they are saying. So this is also, we have to write the odd numbers endless. That means this is also infinite set. Like this, you have to write the answers. Now come to the next topic, that is cardinality of a finite set. We know that finite set means it contains fixed number of elements. The number of elements in a finite set is called the cardinal number of the set or the cardinality of the set. For example, consider the set L. L is equal to P comma Q comma R comma S. Here clearly we can say that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 elements. So cardinality of a number means the number of elements in the set. So here the cardinality is 4. We can write like this. N of L. This is read as N of L. That means number of elements in set L. So N bracket the set L we have to write, which is equal to 4. That means N of L is equal to 4 means the number of elements in L set is equal to 4. And see the next one, that is A is equal to 1, 2, 4. Here clearly we can say that there are 3 elements. So N of A is equal to 3. So there are 3 elements. So the cardinality of the set A is equal to 3. Therefore N of A is equal to 3. Like this we have to write. And see the next one, C is equal to X such that X is alphabet in the word India, INDIA. So already we know that we have to write the roster form for this. So write the roster form. We get I, N and D. I is already there, so no need to write once again A. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there. So here cardinality is 4. So N of C is equal to 4. Like this we have to write the cardinality of the set. And note that there are no elements in a null set. Therefore, the cardinal number of the null set is N of 5 is equal to 0. Observe that null set means it does not contain any elements. So, number of elements become 0. So, N of 5, this is very important. N of 5 is equal to 0 here. Number of elements in a empty set or null set is equal to 0. And see here, if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, then find relation between N of A, N of B, N of A union B and N of A intersection B. These type of problems are very important. Just see here. So first we have to write N of A. Here clearly A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of elements are 5. So N of A is equal to 5. And N of B, this also clearly we can write 2, 4, 6, 8. So 4 elements. So N of B is equal to 4. And after that A union B, A intersection B, we have to find out first A intersection B. A intersection B means we know that how to find this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intersection B. B means 2, 4, 6, 8. Intersection means common elements. So 2 is here in A and B. 3 is not. 4. 4 is there in both sets. So we get 2 comma 4. So only 2 elements are there in A and B. So we get N of A intersection B. That means the cardinal number of A intersection B. Here I am writing N of A intersection B, which is equal to 2. Okay, now write the next A union B. Find A union B and write the A union B. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is A union B. B means 2, 4, 6, 8. Write the answer. So first 1 is there, 2. There is 2 is there in both sets. So write 3. 3 after 4. 4 is there in 2 sets. So write one time only. 5 is here and 6, 8. 6, 8. Like this we can write the A union B. Now write the N of A union B. That means the cardinal number. How many elements are there in A union B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are total 7 elements. And observe the relation 5 plus 4, 9. A union B is 7. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9, and if you subtract this 2, we will get A union B. That means the relation clearly n of A union B. So A union B elements we get by adding set A elements, that is n of A and n of B. 5 plus 4 is 9 minus n of A intersection B. So A intersection B elements we have to subtract from this. Okay, so this is the relation between n of A, n of B, and n of A intersection B and n of A union B. This is very, very important. Okay, so n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. And observe that if A and B are disjoint sets, then find the relation between n of A, n of B, and n of A union B and n of A intersection B. So clearly we know that when A, B are disjoint sets, then we can write the condition that A intersection B is equal to 5. So when they are disjoint sets, they don't have any common elements. So number of common elements A intersection B is equal to 5. So from this we can get that n of A intersection B. So number of elements in A intersection B is equal to 0. Then just observe the relation. We know that the relation between, that is n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Okay, so clearly A intersection B is 0. So we get which is equal to n of A plus n of B minus 0. So from this n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B. So like this we have to write. Okay. So this is the relation between n of A and n of B and n of A union B when A and B are disjoint sets. See the exercise 2.4 problems. State which of the following sets are empty and which are not. So clearly we have to say that if they have any elements, then that is called non-empty set. When they have no elements in the set, that is empty set. See the first bit, the set of lines passing through a given point. So consider a point like this. This is a point. Now how many lines we can draw passing through this point? So we can draw so many lines which passes through this. So this is not empty set. So this is okay. So this is not an empty set. Like this we have to write. We can draw so many lines which passes through a point. So this is not an empty set. Now see the second one. Set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. So they are saying odd natural numbers which are divisible by 2. We know that the numbers which are divisible by 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. All these are even numbers, but we have to pick odd numbers. So this set, we can't write any elements in this set. So this is empty set 5. Like this we have to give the explanation. And see x such that x is natural number. Here given the condition is x less than 5 and x greater than 7. Observe that. Is it possible to choose a number which is less than 5 and greater than 7? For example, if you take 4, as we know that 4 is less than 5. But is it possible to satisfy this condition? 4 greater than 7? No. So whatever the number less than 5, that can't be greater than 7. So we can't get any number satisfies this condition. So this third also empty set. Like this we have to write. And see the fourth one, x is a common point to any two parallel lines. So common point means to parallel lines. Common point means when two lines meet at a point, then that is called common point. So observe the parallel lines. So this is one line and this is parallel line. So where these two lines meet? No. Is it possible? No. So it is not possible to meet these two lines, so we can't get any common point. That means this set also contains no elements, no points are common to these two lines. These two are parallel lines. So parallel lines never meet at a point. Therefore, this is empty set. Like this we have to write. So they are asking fifth bit, even prime numbers. So first list out the prime numbers. What are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, like that. There are so many. But observe that even prime number they are asking. That means even numbers we have to pick from this. So there is only one even prime number, that is 2. So just we have to write that element. So it contains one element. So this is also not an empty set. Like this we have to write the answers. And see the second problem. State whether the following sets are finite or infinite. Already we know that finite means if they contains fixed number of elements, that is called finite. Otherwise it is if they have endless elements. So this is called infinite. So see the first one, the set of months in a year. So this is fixed number. How many months are there? You can say some fixed number. So this is also finite set. Like this you have to give the explanation. There are 12 months in a year. Therefore this is finite set, like this. And see the second one, you can also write this. And set of prime numbers, they are saying smaller than 99. So prime numbers are infinite, but they are giving the condition smaller than 99. So below 99 we have to consider. So somewhere it stops and we can count the number of elements. So clearly it is finite set. You have to write all the prime numbers. So mention the prime numbers, some prime numbers and last prime number, and say the it is finite set. Next, the set of letters in the English alphabet. You know that. So just write the answer. Set of lines that can be drawn are parallel to x-axis. So that means just consider. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. We have to consider all the set of lines which are parallel to x-axis. How many lines we can draw to parallel to x-axis? Just see here. This line is parallel to x-axis. Like this, we can draw so many lines. Okay, these are also endless. Therefore, clearly this is also infinite set. Like this we have to write. And see the next one. The set of numbers which are multiple of 5. So they are saying multiple of 5 only. So somewhere we have to stop. They are not mentioning the condition. So write that whether it is finite or infinite. And see the seventh bit, the set of circles passing through the origin. Origin means the intersection point of x-axis and y-axis is called origin. Just see here. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is the intersection point of x-axis and y-axis. So this is called origin 0, 0. And how many set of circles passes through this origin? Just see here. This circle, like this we can draw a circle passing through origin. See this circle also. This is also passing through the origin. I'm drawing another circle. This is also passing through the origin. Like this, we can draw so many circles which passes through the origin. So, therefore, this is also infinite set. Like this, you have to give clear explanation for the given problems. Okay. Thank you, Ma. Thank you for watching. This is the last session and successfully we completed the sets topic. Keep practicing. This is one of the interest and easy topic in your 10th class. All the best for your exams.